IP addresses and ports. Hello everyone, today we're actually going to dig little bit more into detail on what is IP address and how we use it to connect between different ports. So the definition for IP address is specifically used to help users to uniquely identify a device over the internet, while a port is an endpoint of communication in operating system. For example, this is the endpoint which is waiting to connect to some other waypoint on the web, and this is the way that two devices can connect over ports. So when you connect over the internet, your device is assigned a specific public IP address, while each website that you visit also has a specific public IP address as well. So both IP addresses are used for both devices to connect and exchange data. Until now, or until at least recent years, we were using the IPv4 public addresses space, which is basically a pool with all the IP addresses that are possible to be created. But recently also the IPv6 was introduced, as the IPv4 reached its limit, which was about tens of billions IP addresses possible. So as you can see, the reason why the IPv4 got retired is because the possible IP addresses of the IPv4 space were about 4 billion. At the same time, now since the internet expanded quite a lot and all of those IP addresses are taken already, for that reason, now there is the IPv6, which has this amount of addresses, which I can even not pronounce how large this number is. Let's talk about the ports now. So the ports are basically numerical values that are used to identify a process that is being communicated between different IP addresses. So every port uses a single other port in order to send communication to it. So basically you need two ports and two IP addresses in order to establish communication between devices in the TCP IP network. So even if the system is running thousands and thousands of servers, in order for us to uniquely identify a service on a system, the application simply requires a port number to which to connect to. So you can see actually port numbers on the web, and by default the HTTP protocol uses the port number 80, while the HTTPS, which is the more secure protocol for connection, is using the port 443. So I pulled up for you some ports, some typical ports, so you can have a reference for them. And as we said, the HTTP is on port 80, HTTPS is on port 443, while the SSH or the secure shell is on port 22. The telnet or the remote login is usually on port 23. The SMTP is on port 25, while the DHS service is usually on port 53. So these are some typical ports that you can bear in your mind, but if you are doing custom applications to your system, you might consider to create a specific number to your port. So it is also very important to make a good difference between the public and the private IP addresses. Well, see, usually the private IP addresses range to 192.168.0.0, you might see in this, to 10.255.255.255. These are quite a lot of public IP addresses, of private IP addresses. And private means that these are IP addresses that can be stored on a local system. For example, you can run a server in your home and connect different devices with different IP addresses that you assign to them. On the other side, you have the public IP addresses, which are basically the IP addresses that you access through your internet service provider, and you can access them over the web. That's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video in this lecture. I hope the IP addresses and ports topic were interesting for you, and now we are a little bit more clear about what is that, because I'm sure you've seen this topic, so you've heard at least what is IP in the past, but now you know it in a little bit more detail, way better than your peers. That's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will be waiting for you in the next video.